Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and have I got a report to share with you. Researchers have just stumbled across something that's rather peculiar, to say the least, but that is portals that connect our visible world, this world, with, and I'm quoting, the dark sector. Not my words, but those of the actual resource. Let me take you to the source here at www.futurism.com, and the headline reads, researchers think portals may link our visible world with the dark sector. Now the report goes on to detail that thanks to CERN, somebody who is opening up the pits of hell, if you will, via that machine, at least that is what a lot of people believe is going on, and I believe it's very likely a possibility, but they have discovered a particle a while back called the Higgs boson. But thanks to that, now they're delving into the aspect of actual portals. Now, a new study by researchers from the Institute of Basic Science, IBS, in South Korea suggests that they have found a way to bridge the gap between the visible world and the dark sector of physical portals. Now, to give you a quick idea of what they mean by portals, it's not the big kind technically that you see on sci-fi movies, but they say it's more of a smaller scale, if you will. But the report says these portals have been dubbed dark axion portals based on two hypothetical dark sector particles scientists have already postulated, the axion and the dark photon. An axion is a theoretical particle thought to be very light, much lighter than an electron, that theoretical physicists believe could solve some mathematical problems with the standard model. Dark photons are theoretically like photons that make up visible light, except they can't easily interact or detect them. The communication between the visible and the, quote, dark particles would be facilitated by heavy quartz, also having a dark charge. That's interesting, dark charge, just keep that in mind. Having such a charge would allow the quark to couple to dark photons, thus bridging the gap between, and I quote, the two worlds. I don't know about you, but that is eerie to me, especially when they're talking about merging one world with a dark world. Hello, hell, ring a bell? Check out what it says in the book of Revelation, because I thought this ties kind of well to it, because here's the thing. What I'm about to read you is a biblical prophecy of the future, portraying of a time that the fifth angel was given a key to unlock the bottomless pit, and out of this bottomless pit comes some pretty wretched locust-looking creatures, and I wonder if the portals have anything to do with something like this in the future. And one can only speculate, we don't know. But check out what it says. Revelation 9 says, the fifth angel sounded, and I saw a star from heaven which had fallen to the earth, and the key to the bottomless pit was given to him. He opened the bottomless pit, and smoke went up out of the pit like the smoke of a great furnace, and the sun and the air were darkened by the smoke of the pit. Then out of the smoke came locusts upon the earth, and power was given to them, as the scorpions of the earth have power. They were told not to hurt the grass of the earth, nor any green thing, nor any tree, but only the men who did not have the seal of God on their foreheads. And they were not permitted to kill anyone, but to torment them for 5 months. And their torment was like the torment of a scorpion when it stings a man. And in those days, men will seek death and will not find it. They will long for death, and death flees them. The appearance of these locusts was like horses prepared for battle. On their heads appeared to be crowns like gold, and their faces were like the faces of men. They had hair like the hair of women, and their teeth were like the teeth of lions. They had breastplates like breastplates of iron, and the sound of their wings were like sounds of chariots, of many horses rushing to battle. They have tails like scorpions and stings, and in their tails is their power to hurt men for 5 months. They have a king over them, the angel of the abyss. His name in Hebrew is Abaddon, And in the Greek, he has the name Apollyon. Sounds a bit crazy, doesn't it? But the Bible tells us that this is something we're going to see during the tribulation period, spoken of in biblical prophecy, when the 7 years, all hell basically breaks loose. And one can't help but maybe just ask the question, does this have anything to do with what is going to happen in the book of Revelations in the future? Well, I guess time is ultimately going to be our factor here, but I just find it interesting how scientists are openly admitting to tying together two worlds, if you will. And one of those worlds I don't want to be tied to, especially when it's demonic in nature and they're talking about dark sector here. Now, I'll leave links below to the actual study as well, so you can go and look at that information. Anyhow, if you like what you heard here today, please hit that subscribe button. I try to share news that gets ignored, Bible prophecy news, breaking news, headlines, all kinds of things to give you an overall idea of some of the things that are suppressed on mainstream media. You won't hear that anywhere else. So share it everywhere. Really, it's the only way that we're going to get out now, because all the YouTubers speaking truth are now on restricted mode. Yes. So if you go click that restricted button, me and everybody else who is speaking truth is going to be silenced, and you won't be able to see our videos, when in reality, the entire purpose of the restricted mode was to get rid of things like violence and pornography and these kinds of things, to keep it from on your computer. Now it's also got the entire conservative, Christian leaning, sharing news, patriotic on there. You like Donald Trump, well, you're on list and you've been restricted, your entire channel. That's what's happening to me and multiple others. And I don't know, I'm definitely going to talk to YouTube about this and move into some further proceedings with that, very likely. But needless to say, that's what's happening to multiple channels across the board. So make sure you share it. Also, please help fund what I do here. I have some great partners. Foodforliberty.com/Haven has some of the most amazing food storage products, and I'll show you one here because I have a huge portion of their products here. But the one that you see here is New Manna. But it's through foodforliberty.com/Haven. This is sweet habanero chili, excuse me. But you simmer it for about 25 minutes, stirring occasionally. And this is a packet that you could get for emergency food storage, because look, you never ever know what tomorrow holds. And with all these things happening, with all the censorship and everything, well, it's a good idea to have food storage. They also have water purifiers that I encourage you to check out as well. And also getthetea.com, another amazing partner here of mine. Well, thanks again for tuning in. This is Lisa Haven signing out.